Dr. Agbakoba is the Senior Counsel of the Human Rights Law Service and is currently a member of the Presidential Task Force on Petroleum Revenue Management.
Thank you for the invitation, and to also underline the fact that never have I been to such an interesting event. The sheer breadth of speakers preceding me blows my mind. But I'm going to depart from what they said and be short, reflective, and serious. When I was the president of the Nigerian Bar Association, I met with the Prime Minister of Norway. He told me something that stuck in my mind. He talked about the principle of missing fundamentals. He talked about how Norway is very homogeneous, culturally, linguistically, and how that had created a pathway for development. Now, I listened to the 7 a.m. broadcast of President Buhari trying to give us hope. I don't blame him. My wife asked me, did he whether our president made sense? The speech was inspiring but uneventful, because we hear that every year. We hear it every year. And so I do not say this to disparage the president's speech, but to point to the challenges that he faces in grappling with recession. As you know, a recession means 2 successive contractions in the economy. There are 4 economic cycles in the year. So when you contract twice, you go into a recession. I think recession in Nigeria has been masked by high oil prices. So now that the oil prices dropped, the shit hit the fan. We could see clearly that, as the professor said, we're extremely poor. We're an extremely poor country. But it's the missing fundamentals that I want to discuss. And my thesis is that the Irunsi Gowon legacy is still with us. What do I mean? You recall the coup of 1966. 2 important decrees were passed. 2. But before that, we had the Federal Constitution of 1963. And that Federal Constitution allocated power to the regions, gave them their own area of competence. Power was also allocated to the federal. So the regional governments could do what they wanted to do in their own sphere without interference. Very important.